Okay, so let's talk about the Bucegi Mountains in Romania. They're absolutely beautiful, for sure. But some people believe they're hiding a secret so big it could literally rewrite everything we think we know about human history. So today, we're going to untangle this whole thing, figure out what's ancient legend and what's, well, some really amazing science fiction. Let's get into it. I mean, this is the question that's just blown up online, right? You see all these theories buzzing around. Hidden tunnels, alien tech, even a holographic library that holds the true history of our planet, all tucked away inside a mountain. It sounds incredible, but where on earth do these super detailed stories actually come from? To really get what's going on with the modern story, you gotta go way back. Because long before anyone was whispering about satellites and secret bases, the Bucegi Mountains were already, swimming in legends. For the ancient Dacians, this wasn't just any mountain range. This was Kogion, their holy mountain. Romanian folklore even talks about it being a natural, energetic informational center for the whole planet. And mystics for ages have talked about this thing called the Treasure Gate, not just a door to gold, but to spiritual wisdom. So you see, this ancient, mysterious backdrop, it's the perfect stage for a modern blockbuster. And that brings us right to the source of that blockbuster. Because all these wild stories about high-tech wonders, you're not going to find them in ancient scrolls or some leaked government file. Nope, they come from somewhere much, much closer to home. And listen, this is probably the most crucial piece of the puzzle. Every single one of those specific details you've heard online, the secret rooms, the American-Romanian team, the holograms, it all tracks back to one place, a single source. And here it is. The origin isn't some deep state secret. It's a really popular series of science fiction books. The author is Radu Shinomar, and this whole thing kicked off back in 2004 with his first novel, Future with a Death's Head. That book laid out the entire incredible story. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. You don't have to take my word for it. The author himself puts this disclaimer right in one of his later books. He basically says, hey, one could argue this whole story might just be a product of my imagination. So with the author himself giving us the nod that we're in the realm of fiction, let's explore the story that has hooked so many people. So, what is this story that just completely captured everyone's imagination? Well, like any great sci-fi adventure, it all starts with a little peek from outer space. Okay, so the story goes like this. A Pentagon spy satellite detects a weird, empty space deep inside the Bucegi Mountains. This, of course, activates a super-secret Romanian paranormal unit called Department Zero. They actually managed to get through this crazy energy shield and find a massive tunnel, the Grand Gallery, which leads them to the very heart of the complex, the projection hall. And this hall, man, this is the main event of the whole story. It's not just a room, it's this insane piece of tech that can project these vivid, 3D, holographic movies of Earth's actual history, the real version, without all the cover-ups and edits over the centuries. But, like in any good story, there's a catch. For some reason, this holographic archive just stops. It goes dark right around the 5th century. The historical record just ends, leaving this huge, mysterious gap. Why? The book never really says. And if you thought a holographic library of all of history was the big reveal, hold on. The projection hall is also a hub. 3 absolutely massive, secret tunnels lead out from this one room, heading to other secret spots across, and even inside, the planet. And this is where the story just blows up in scale, right? One tunnel zips you over to a secret chamber under Giza in Egypt. A second one drills all the way to a similar place in Tibet. And the third and wildest tunnel goes straight down, deep into the Earth's interior. It's just fantastic world building. But we're not just talking about secret bases and tunnels here. Oh no. The books go way bigger, rewriting the entire story of how we as humans even got here. And it's got a cosmic flair. So one of the core ideas in these books is that our evolution wasn't exactly natural. The idea, as shown in this diagram from the book, is that when stars lined up just right, they focused cosmic rays on Earth. These rays supposedly tweaked our DNA, causing these huge evolutionary leaps forward. And you can't have a secret cosmic history without aliens, right? Of course not. The story is packed with them. You've got these good guys, the Apellos, and some spiritual beings from the Sirius star system. And then, for the big drama, you've got an ancient war against, you guessed it, evil reptilians. It's a classic sci-fi setup. Okay, so we've got the real ancient legends on one side, and this incredible modern sci-fi story on the other. But the truly fascinating part is what happened next, when people started mixing the two up. And the reaction to this book was, well, it was huge and immediate. An editor's note in the second book says the publisher was just swamped with phone calls. Readers were totally convinced this story was real, and they were calling up to demand that the publisher confirm the facts. The fiction was becoming a real-world phenomenon. So this is what it all boils down to. On one side, you have this popular perception online that this is a real discovery, a hidden truth being covered up by the powers that be. But on the other side, you have the reality of the source, a really successful series of sci-fi novels that brilliantly wove together national myths and grand conspiracies, creating this powerful cultural moment where fiction and belief get a little blurry. And that kind of leaves us with one big question, doesn't it? The story of the Bucegi Mountains isn't just about tunnels and holograms. It's a story about why we believe what we believe. It really makes you wonder, why are we so drawn to these stories of secret histories and incredible hidden origins? What is it about that desire for a grander, more mysterious past that says so much about who we are today?